I'm here with 16 of our top creative talent that we have brought to GDC. And I want to tell you a few killer stats because they are so impressive. Can you hear me without this? Yeah, it's fine. I'm not into mics. We're recording. And for the streaming. The games space is worth £7.1 billion to the UK market. And since 2015, the game space has grown 65%. And India is one of our top priority markets, so that is why we're here. But the most impressive figure that I want to share with you is the delegates with us today bring £100 billion per year into the UK economy. So we've got some exciting talent here with clients who include Google, Niantic, Paramount, Epic Games, and that's just getting started. So without further ado, I'm going to invite our first delegate, Audio Mob, up to share with you why India is a priority market for him and what he has to offer.
Thank you. Oh, it's just... Do you have a clicker? Oh, thank you so much. Perfect. Good to meet everyone. So I am the co-founder and CTO of AudioMob, and we bring audio advertising into mobile games. To kind of explain why that matters and why we do that, I'm going to go through my deck today. And you'll see here, as Amita was talking about, we are worked with a load of different advertisers in terms of music labels, all the way down to people like P&G for Pampers and campaigns for gamer mums. But why is that important? And why is mobile gaming becoming such a phenomenon? What we're seeing is there's 3 billion mobile gamers worldwide, India being one of the biggest markets that contributes to that number. On average, 45% of people are playing these mobile games on a day-to-day basis, and they spend around 4 hours in mobile games. So this is something that everyone is now doing. It's not that 18-year-old boy playing Call of Duty. We see around 45% of mobile gamers are women. So that's why we can do campaigns that targeting gaming moms. That's why you can talk to fashion brands around advertising in games. So what is AudioMob? So AudioMob is a way of allowing people to monetize their games without interrupting the user. So for many people who are currently playing games or using apps, the way you are allowed to maintain a free experience is by using a video ad. But we can all agree, because we've surveyed people, so I can say that it is not a good experience. You're constantly blocked from watching your content, and people do not like that experience. So what we've done is we found something that was pretty old, been there for over 200 years, which is radio and audio advertising, but placed it in a digital space. And what does that mean? It means the user doesn't have to have an interrupted experience. It means the developer can earn incremental revenue. And it also means that we are more privacy, I guess, another way of putting this, we are privacy-first advertising platform. And the reason for that is audio advertisers do not require all of that granular information a lot of video advertisers do. Now, this is the current experience. Well, I'll talk to it. So but I'll pause that.
Yo, it's Joel Curry. Stop what you're doing right now. I've got an absolute banger for you. I need you to go on.
So yeah, that's the idea of actually not interrupting the user and actually providing experience. So who are we working with? And you'll see that we have some of the world's largest studios that we're currently working with. We have the likes of Tap Nation, Social Point. A lot of these names mean nothing to anyone in this room, but I promise you, if you check now and you go and see some of the mobile games you're playing, one of those studios are probably the ones that have built it. So some of these have over 3 billion downloads. And then on the upper side, we have the advertisers leaning in. So you're not just seeing what you typically might see in a normal radio advertiser, but you're seeing the likes of McDonald's, MasterCard, Pampers, EA, Disney, Subway, Adidas, all partners that we've worked with and who have served campaigns into all of our games within our network. And then in terms of formats, and this is more for the people in the audience who are more in the game developer community, we have what we call rewarded ads. So that is basically that you will get something in exchange for listening to this audio ad. And you'll see
It's time to explore. This is your opportunity to discover what's out there for you and realize what you were made to do. It's time to achieve. Learn more.
And then this is another example. This is actually an example from a collaboration we did with one of our Indian studios, but also with Instamart here in India.
एंटरटेनमेंट के साथ बेवरेजेस और स्नैक्स चाहिए इंस्टेंटली इंस्टामार्ट आगे दीजिए.
So that's an example, again, of a skippable ad, but you're allowed to play through the game. And the last few slides I'll go through is how do developers integrate? So they can integrate via a Unity plugin. So for a lot of developers here, they're familiar with the Unity platform. You can also do a direct integration through Android SDK or iOS SDK. And yeah, that's it. And I encourage you all to come and visit us at booth A5 so you can actually experience it for yourselves.
Hi everybody, good afternoon. I don't have any slides, so there's no need for the clicker. My name is Andrew Selby. I am Associate Professor for Illustration and Animation at Loughborough University. We are one of the top 10 UK universities. We have two campuses, one on Loughborough in East Midlands, and one Loughborough London, which unsurprisingly is in London. So we are here in Hyderabad, largely to explore opportunities working with institutional partners, but also industry partners, stakeholders, looking at interfaces with creative industries between UK and India. My two colleagues, Professor Andrew Chitty and Professor Graham Hitchin from the Loughborough London campus, are here looking at kind of cultural policy exchange. So they've done a lot of work mapping the UK and Indian creative industries, trying to find synergies between the two and looking for opportunities for research and development across the two countries and trying to find partners that potentially can work across an interest stream that is animation, visual effects and games. As far as I'm concerned, I'm here representing the DigiLabs, which is a new initiative at Loughborough University. It is sponsored by the UK Office for Students. We have £6 million worth of funding, nearly, to develop labs that will look at interfaces between games, visual effects, animation, and we're interested particularly in talking to people who've got some off-the-wall ideas, things that are sort of unorthodox, a bit unusual, that can test the boundaries of the form. So if you have interests in any of those areas, I'm representing Loughborough today while Graham and Andrew are in visiting Hyderabad University, which is potentially one of the institutional partners we're looking at. So if you want further information, do please come along and speak to me. You can find me over on that table there. Thanks very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ryan Metcalf, and I'm the Managing Director of Preview. Preview is a global leader in LiDAR laser scanning and 3D digital twins across the entire creative industries. We specialize in going into spaces, going to places, scanning them, and creating 3D models of them. These models can be used for a number of purposes, from previs and techvis all the way through to virtual production. These are some of the clients that we work with. We have the great privilege of working with a number of M&E clients, theatre productions, TV and film productions, for whom we've done everything from tech-viz and pre-viz all the way through to actual virtual production. The idea that instead of needing to travel and take our entire team to Times Square to shoot there, we can go along, we can complete a laser scan of it, and we can build a one-to-one photoreal replica of it that you can put on any virtual production stage anywhere in the world. But the use case of this does expand further than just in film. These are just 3D models that can be used for a number of purposes, whether it's AR, VR, or use even in gaming. This is one of our VP files. When we're working in virtual production, we're using Unreal Engine. Most VP stages nowadays are using UE5. So this is part of the backlog of Universal Studios. It's built from a 2mm accurate laser scan survey that then our team, our in-house team, have gone through and rebuilt optimized geometry that is photoreal and will run at a high frame rate on a VP stage. We also have a digital backlot of assets, a library of sort of really iconic locations, things like your Times Squares, your Lincoln Memorial in DC. These are all 3D models, but they look photoreal. We can send these to a film production, we can send these to a gaming studio, and they're able to use them for their purposes. Those are my contact details, and I'm going to be around here this afternoon. Would love to chat to anybody further about this. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Johnny. I work for VCCP. I have two roles. One role is I'm the International Chief Strategy Officer. VCCP is one of the largest independent creative agency, advertising creative agencies in the world. I also run a division within the company called VCCP Plus, and that's connected to the game space, hence why I'm speaking with you here today. Now, there's a couple of things we do in VCCP Plus. We work with big games brands, and we do marketing and advertising for games brands. That's pretty typical. I've been doing that for 20 years. I launched the Xbox in Europe. I developed the GTA brand in Tokyo. Games advertising is cool, but I want to talk about something slightly different, which is another focus for VCCP Plus, and that's about getting non-endemic games brands into games more to sort of support things like Wilfred's doing with the Audio Mob. Now, why is that? If we go to the next slide, I'm pressing it, so we should do this. We've created VCCP Plus to address the single biggest weakness in modern marketing. And what is that? Well, spoiler alert, it's not the metaverse. The metaverse is a fraud, a waste of time, and a waste of money. There's no one using it, there's no one playing it, there's no one there. It's been a massive distraction and a massive sinkhole of cash for lots of companies, a complete and utter waste of time. Zuckerberg's an idiot, and he's wasting his own money as well. But the 3.2 billion player base of gamers around the world, and of course India is a developing market for that, very much so, is very, very, very real. And it is criminally ignored by brand marketers around the world. I think that last year in the United States, which is where I reside, the amount of money that was spent by major brands on advertising within games was 6% of what they spent on print advertising. Think about that for a second. Print advertising is still bigger than the amount of brand money going into games. That is a massive, massive missed opportunity by the games industry, and massive missed opportunity by the brand marketers as well. So I have a little video, I think, which can bring this to life. There he is, idiot. Sorry, can we go back? How do we press play on this? Can we press play? Can you press play over there? Does it work? No? Maybe not. Okay, the video's not going to work, I don't think. No, my button doesn't click. Okay, well, that's not working. I'll just finish up by saying we do a number of things to help brands, major brands, get into the game space. We'd love to speak to anyone out there, publishers, platform owners, who want to leverage the opportunities of tens of billions of dollars all around the world going into marketing. Most of it's being taken by this chump and his Facebook platform. And if we could take a lot of those funds and redeploy them into games, it would be of huge benefit to both players.
Zuckerberg wants you to believe the future is the metaverse.
Metaverse. Forget that. The gaming multiverse is here and now. VCCP Plus helps brands navigate this amazing, complex space. place filled with distinct, diverse worlds. And thriving cultures in its orbit. We've created unique experiences in the multiverse, fueled passions, brought communities together in virtual worlds, in real life, and across the globe. We're VCCP Plus, time to unlock the power of the gaming multiverse.
Very good, thank you. So we're on a mission to help unlock the value of games for brands by addressing the biggest unmet audience that there is. It's totally unmet, creating long-term value creation for brands, and doing it through a worldwide network of partners in this very exciting audience and opportunity for us. So we'd love to talk to anyone who would be interested. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone. Let's see if the clicker works for me. And click. Yeah, we're just waiting for a second. Everyone have a nice lunch? That's good. I'll have to talk about dinner in a minute. Should we give it a go? I might be on to breakfast. Shall I just say my stuff without the slides, maybe? I'll tell you what, look, I don't need slides. My name's Andy. I'm CEO of Accordion Innovation Limited. We invent brand new products, brand new tech products for audiences and creators. And, you know, India is home of vast audiences and also home of a huge amount of creation going on. So this is a perfect place for me to be. And the two products that I want to talk to you about, one is called Accordion, and it lets users control the duration of content. So you end up with a slider bar underneath the video or the audio, and you can choose how much time you've got, move the slider bar to the right time, play, and you've got content that is personalized for you. And then our second product is Flip Format. We're developing that at the moment with the support of Innovate UK, and that's based on that insight that to get on the social media platforms and to truly engage, you need to use video. The algorithms prioritize video at the moment. But to make every different version you need for all the different social media platforms, vertical, square, different lengths ideally, here you go. There you go, Flip Format. So the idea is that from one source video, you could automatically, quickly, cheaply make lots of versions of your promotional video for all the social media platforms, and that's going to fuel your growth and increase your revenue. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Andy. And to be honest, I'm really excited about Andy's product because my commute is just slightly too short for listening to the podcast that I want to listen to, right? So if I could have a version that still sounded great, that'd be really cool. So get on it, Andy. Right, I am Mike. I'm the creator and CTO for Clever GIFs, or Clever GIFs. It all depends on your preference, really. Pro tip, when you're naming a product, name it something where there's some confusion about how you pronounce it. So the Clever GIFs, what are they? They are, clicker, they are animated creatives, that button, yes, personalized animations at scale. So our goal is that we'll no longer have any boring emails. Now, I know in India you guys use WhatsApp as your primary direct-to-consumer marketing channel. But in the rest of the world, email, despite being a 40-year-old format, is still one of the primary and, in fact, a growing direct-to-consumer marketing channel. The only way of injecting animation into that is through a GIF, and we can personalize those at scale. So every single one of your 150,000 people on your mailing list gets a message that's directly and personally for them. So we would love to talk with anybody who is using email. We'd also love to speak to anybody who's using WhatsApp, because we'd love to explore how our technology can adapt to using that platform as well. I'm going to hand you over to Rachel, who has an amazing thing to tell you all about AI-generated music, and just music in general, which I love. So up you come, Rach. I could give you a whole pitch, but bless you.
Thank you. That was very kind. I'm Rachel. I am the CEO of Darcy, which is an assistive AI music company. So we have 60 patents in the space, covering everything from search and discovery all the way through to recommendation to music editing, and you can call upon that from a gaming SDK, but also in a very cool sense, generative AI with music. We're calling it more compositive AI with music because we're not a black box LLM, and we are not what I like to call musical Tetris, which is pre-composed loops that are stitched together. The best thing for me to do to explain how that works is actually not to talk to you at all. That's enough of me speaking. I'm going to talk to you via the wonderful medium of video, and the best thing about this is that you'll actually be able to hear some of the Darcy-generated music in the background. But I'm around today, so I'd love to chat to people, but I'm going to leave you with a bit of Darcy magic. I hope. With some music would be great. I promise there is Darcy magic and music on this. Sounds brilliant, doesn't it? We've really got the essence of the music down. That's not it, by the way. We're better than that, I promise. Shall we try again? The woes of this video all week. I think India doesn't like my video for some reason.
It's time to break the sound barrier. Darcy.
Sound but no video.
It's time to break the sound barrier. Darcy is a system built by composers for composers based on compositional intent. Put simply, we understand that composers understand what is needed. Darcy's meta-composition interface provides an accessible way for any composer to express their musical choices so that musical elements and textures may be dynamically composed in real time. Darcy's generative engine uses patented formatting technology to pull these textures together in response to a brief as a composer does. And Darcy's audio rendering combines bespoke cloud-based production environments so that every note sounds stunning. All of this culminates in the magic of Darcy, a single point of input that expresses the principles of composition for anything, anywhere, at any time, allowing composers to respond instantaneously to the growing demands of content creation, personalization, media, business, and entertainment across the globe. Darcy, empowering today's composers for the content of tomorrow. It's time to break the...
Get it twice? No, hopefully not. Here we go. Thanks very much, and on to the wonderful Liam.
Hello, everyone. I'll just wait for the slides to come up. Okay. All right. So my name is Liam Stout. I'm head of business development at a global media specialist firm in London called Envision Entertainment. But we're primarily a high-end film and TV production company. But the primary reason I'm in India is that we are launching a digital comic books application, mobile platform, that will allow creators from all over the world to generate their own visual IP that they will own, that we will facilitate and essentially bridge the gap between the fresh original stories that audiences want and the data-backed investments that buyers want to make. And so that is us. We're in India looking for content creators, studios, publishers, as well as tech partners to help us further develop the platform and scale it up. So really glad to be here. Thank you very much. Over to John.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Once again. There we go. As you can see, my colleagues and I have been very busy over the last 2-3 decades, launching channels to some of the biggest audiences all over the world, including NDTV and Fox, Star, Sky, which is really big in England, China, and so on. So we have, over that period of time, developed a lot of expertise in what people want to watch and how to get it to them. What we like to excel in is breathtaking new technology. This is primarily for live news and live sport, which has been growing in importance, particularly here in India. When we first came to India and launched Star News and NDTV 24, there was only one news channel in India. There are now over 400. So India has certainly taken to the medium of television news very quickly and quite often very noisily. What we are now offering the Indian market is a product called LNS, Live News and Sports Systems Cloud 9, which, as you can see, does whatever you want it to do. But what it does is it makes the progress of news and information to the audience, whether it be linear on satellite, as it primarily is now, or through cable to the end user, or digital on iPhones or whatever. The whole industry throughout the world, but particularly in India, is changing dramatically, which is why we are now looking at the development of cloud technology, which is taking a little time in India, which is rather strange for India because India normally adopts new technology very quickly. But where it is adopting technology very quickly is through apps. The apps are normally delivered to the transmission points via cloud. What is revolutionizing the industry in the rest of the world and will soon start to revolutionize the industry here in India, once again, is AI in news generation. But there are obviously certain issues associated with AI and the dangers for society and the uncontrolled use of AI. What we are looking at is responsible use of AI in journalism, which requires additional help in additional safeguards in LLMs and also with human intervention into the chain of the editorial flow. So what we are looking for is people to help us in developing the AI ingredients of journalism. You can come and see me. You can look us up on Google, strangely enough, Live News and Sports Systems.io, or come and see me after this, and we can have a talk about the future of news, which of course is important to all of us and particularly important to India. So that's my bit. Thank you very much.
So my name is Adam Andrasik, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Provenir. So Provenir is a IP protection platform. It's for creative companies to save, share, store, and protect their intellectual property and to manage access to it. So the process is simple. You upload your IP, you add your proof, so this can be your working files that you've used to create your designs, and you add your e-signature for verification. So this is just a quick run through of how the program works, but all of the files that are uploaded are encrypted. All of the information is immutable and verifiable on chain. Our storage centers are decentralized and SOC 2 compliant, and all of this is user managed directly from your dashboard. So as you can see, they're uploading the IP, they're uploading the proof. Now they're going to add their e-signature here to verify the identity of the user. And then everything is stored on the dashboard directly in the program, and you can access, manage, and how you can share directly from here, download the certificate for all the transaction details and how it works on chain. So we are looking to connect with creative companies and universities who want to secure and friendly user way to save, protect, and share their intellectual property in real time. Some of the beta list creatives who are using the platform are creatives from companies like the New York Times, Epic Games, Condé Nast, Burberry, and then universities in the UK, including University of the Arts London, Ravensbourne University London, and also the Rhode Island School of Design in the US. So come and see me if you want to talk about how you can protect and secure your intellectual property with Provenir. Thank you.
Studio Go-Go, please. Thank you. One of our colleagues couldn't make it, so I'm stepping in. Let's wait for the slides to fire up. Super. Oh, let's see if we can go back. Can we actually start from slide 1? Yes, excellent. We had trouble with the video starting before. I'm just going to go for it. I'm Brendan Walker. I'm the founder director of Studio Go-Go. I'm also known as the world's only thrill engineer. At Studio Go-Go, we use virtual reality to turn a good ride into a fantastic experience. What you would see here is somebody on one of our experiences. So we actually use, in fact, there's a second ride we have as well, which would also look quite fantastic. We have a fairground ride also on Brighton Palace Pier in the south of England. We operate our own ride experiences. We've been operating across 4 continents. We've been entertaining audiences from the Winter Olympics all the way through to the Queen's Jubilee celebrations at the High Commission in Australia. We're currently looking to expand in Southeast Asia and the Middle East, setting up licensed operators. We've produced and published 11 of our own titles already. But let me tell you how it works, because if you're a content creator, we can turn your content into a thrill ride. Here we go. We use the most basic VR headsets, so either Pico or DPVR. We've developed our patented Go-Go XR technology. That's the key enabler middleware. We use the 360-degree sensors on a headset. So let's take, for example, somebody swinging on a swing. We know where you are on a swing, how fast you're going, the forces you're experiencing, and then we create new forms of experience, like a jellyfish undulating up through the deep abyss. We've got a growing library of movements that we can piece together in a virtual world. We export that out to you content creators as a camera flight path. You then do your magic in your own native environment, adding your effects. Then you render out at the highest possible resolution that you'd like. It then comes back to us. If I go back, it then goes back to us, which we play back out in Go-Go XR Media Player, which synchronizes that content precisely to the beating metronome of a swing. We can either do this for brand activation or for location-based entertainments to actually monetize your content to create a different revenue stream. If you want to speak to us, drop us a line. Thank you.
Cool. Hey. Alrighty. Yeah, so Tom from The Round. Could I get my slide, please? Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all. I can kick off while we're waiting for the slides. Hey, that was good timing. Yeah, so I'm Tom from The Round. The Round is a tool for real-time spatial streaming that enables developers and immersive studios to deliver high-quality, infinitely scalable, real-time animations, both live and on demand, into any XR project and game. And I want to give you an example about the power of our technology that I think is particularly relevant to the Indian market, considering the amount of entertainment and gaming consumption on mobile devices. Back in December 2022, Google and Gorillas delivered a really successful mobile AR concert activation, and it's rightfully winning a lot of awards right now. However, for a 3-minute augmented reality experience, the file size was 850 megabits. With the Round, we could reduce that down to just 30 megabits, and we could stream it live in real time on just a 15 megabit per second internet speed. Now, the 850 megabits is a big issue when you consider that the app, both Google Play and App Store, have a maximum app size of 2 gigabits. So there's an issue with scale when it comes to augmented reality experiences. Our protocol takes...
Hi there, my name is Pip Brignall. I am the co-founder and CCO. Hi there, my name is Pip Brignall. I am the co-founder and CCO of The Round. Welcome to our office. Okay, hi everybody. This is Pip here from The Round. We're doing a quick demonstration of our protocol for motion capture into a video game environment.
Curious hybrid.
I think we're at this incredible point where, with what we're working on, it's the start of holographic entertainment. It's the start of holograms walking around your space, not just entertaining, interacting with, but in a symbiotic way with the physical world.
Wi-Fi, so it can work on city-scale experiences. We're here to talk with immersive studios and game developers who would like to integrate our solutions into their applications, and also with IP and rights holders and telcos and government institutions who we would like to work with to deliver a city-scale mobile augmented reality experience in cities across India. My contact details are in the bottom right over there, but it's thomas@theround.live. Thank you.
Stone from Tiny Jungle Studios. There we are. We are a live streaming production company based in Brighton in the UK, and we're a production partner for Twitch. In essence, we take brand-sponsored, influencer-led live streams and cut them down into highlight reels, and they're used as part of evaluation. So that's the background on the company. We've developed an AI pipeline to automate this process, and we're here looking for a collaboration partner to turn this prototype that we have into a product and service that we can then further exploit. So if that sounds of interest to you and you think you could partner up with us, love to have a chat. Thanks very much.
Hello, I'm Thomas Mattinson. I'm the co-founder and co-director of Viridian Effects. We're a creative visual effects company based in York in the north of England. But our workforce is very, very multicultural, and we employ and have been employing graduates from all over the world since our inception over 12 years ago. And the reason I'm telling you that is, well, I will get to after I just show you a little bit of what we do. Stop recording because some of the work that's in there is work in progress, and we don't have clearance from the artists involved for it to be live streamed or put on the internet. So you're very privileged to be able to see it here today. If you go to our website after this presentation, there are show reels that are allowed on the internet. So why are we here? We're here because, as I said before, we have a very culturally diverse workforce, and we believe creative cultural collaboration makes our work an awful lot better, and it also makes us feel much better about the work that we do. So India is a fabulously culturally diverse country, and so why wouldn't we want to find collaborative partners here? Thank you very much. Come and see me after the performance if you want to talk to me.
Hi there, my name's Andrew Campbell. I'm the founder of a new kind of game development studio working on the intersection of mental health and gaming. We're making a new narrative-based adventure game. And something we don't like to talk about a lot is the negative sides of gaming. While gaming is a profoundly useful way to escape from the stresses and pressures of modern life, it can actually become compulsive. Business models that prioritize engagement over everything else can actually make things harder for the players in the next day. And we're pioneering a new model where while you play, the characters and the form of gameplay can actually help improve your mental health. Characters will take you through guided meditations, and you'll learn evidence-based protocols and techniques in order to deal with the stresses of reality. So as you play, it actually helps benefit the player's experience of reality. And we know people are really hungry for this. There's all sorts of mental health apps and meditation apps doing incredibly well, but their engagement is surprisingly low. Conversely, gaming that does have a spiritual, emotional, or psychological aspects do extremely well. So we're combining these three models: narrative gaming, beautiful characters teaching you amazing things, and wellness apps, and drawing on a wide variety of spiritual traditions, but drawing their wisdom and bringing them into a new fictional universe, which means people from any faith or persuasion can play it without any problems. And here's a quick video demo of the game itself. You can see there's breathing markers. You guide these fiery wings, and you can speak to the character there with a two-way interactive AI-powered conversation. He's your spirit guide, effectively.
Greetings, human spirit.
But I'll finish there. So this is some concept art we'd like to develop into the game, and we're looking for collaborators, developers, funders, and distribution partners who could help us get this into the Indian and Middle Eastern markets. Thank you for your time.